Let's do it.
Start with the not so fun part, injury updates. Can you tell us about Adem and David?
Both great guys. That's all I got to say on that. We'll see. Everybody's day to day, including me.
Okay.
And you.
All right. So there's a chance they could play? Or?
Everybody's day to day.
Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Some people might think I have little question marks about the health of your team.
Yeah. I got question marks about my health.
Well, Gonzaga, Drew Timme, you got to start with Drew Timme when you look at the scouting report on them, right? I mean, just based on who he is and what he's able to do. He showed it the other night against TCU.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's a guy that can always take over a game.
Yeah.
You could have him in check for 30 minutes and he could dominate the last 10. I mean, he's just that kind of guy. So he's been doing it for a long time. Not an easy guy to deal with. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense. A lot of pressure on your defense. Tremendous offensive player.
You used Jaime against Pember to great effect in the first round, despite the height differential. Is there a chance that we might see that matchup again?
There's a lot of chances. There could be a lot of matchups, none of which I'm going to give 2 days before the game.
Coach, isn't it amazing the history that these two teams have? Because when it comes to the postseason, it's always a big fight between these two.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me. The only thing I know, UCLA, Gonzaga played. Brian Hollins sent me a clip of him making a free throw late in the game, so he's a friend of mine. So, what year was that? You guys know?
2006.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
So my daughter was born. So, yeah. Has there been any other?
2015.
2015. Who won that one?
Gonzaga. It was in Houston.
2021 was a good one too.
2031.
2021 was a pretty good one too.
Yeah. That was a great game. So, I knew this was possible on Selection Sunday, that we could both end up in the West. Obviously, both got to win games to get to where we're at. We both had really tough games to get to this point. I'm just hoping we have as many fans as they do.
Can you describe your level of anxiousness and excitement now?
Oh, excitement. It's all about excitement. I want the guys to enjoy every minute of this and be excited to play. I think the people that are anxious got knocked out and they're waiting to meet with their AD.
When you talk about that emotional gas tank, and when you consider that recent history with Gonzaga, what's the conversation from the veterans on this team about kind of keeping the water smooth heading into this week?
Look, if you're not ready to play now, I don't know what we're doing. We need to check you into Ronald Reagan, check your heartbeat. This is what it's all about. You're 4 games away from hanging the 12th banner. That's how we look at it. That's how we talk about it. Everything we do is to try to get to a point where we can win 6 in March. We've won 2. Now 3's on Thursday. So, man, I don't know why you would come here if you're not going to be ready to play on Thursday. So you got veterans on the team. That's my advantage. You got guys they know this is their last time doing it. Tiger, Jaime, David. So they're definitely bringing a sense of urgency to the young guys.
Isn't it amazing? Talk about Jaime and his sister. They're the only brother-sister to make the Sweet 16 in the same school.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look, they're great kids, great family. Very, very fortunate that Angela and Big Hawk never moved out of California, so their kids went to UCLA.
Yeah.
Very, very fortunate. But I didn't know that. I did watch the game last night, though, so I know Gabriella had a big steal late in the game.
Do you ever do anything that's keep the guys that are even killed? What's your message to them?
We don't change a whole lot, not a whole lot of. I'm not a rah-rah guy, so there's not a lot of phony in how we operate, and we talk about this moment all year. So we're all business. It's all business for us. So The biggest thing now is that it is making sure you eliminate your distractions. Tickets, hotels, friends, you know, the million people that are trying to get a piece of you right now. That's the only thing I talk about right now that's different, is you got to make sure you block all that stuff out. Tell them to call them in 2 weeks.
How much tougher is that going where you're going?
I mean, if you're a high school basketball, if you're a kid playing basketball in LA, you've been going to Vegas for tournaments since you were 7, 8 years old. So it's old hat.
You had said before last season that you never rewatched the end of the Gonzaga Final Four game. Is that still the case?
You mean that shot?
Yeah.
No, I studied the game last night, and I hit pause as soon as we tied it. I'm looking, all right, what do I need to watch out for? I think I'm a masochist.
What did you see? I'm assuming maybe that was the first time you had seen it.
No, we played them last year.
Oh no, all right.
So yeah, always studying to see, you know, I'd be no different than Chip preparing for a football game. You know, what we did that worked, what didn't work, what they did. You know, you got to make sure. Obviously, when you've played teams, you got to go over that. And in this situation, look, you know, let's be honest. Tommy Lloyd was on Gonzaga's staff for 20 years. I would assume that he's probably had a conversation with Mark Few. Arizona plays a similar style, so you got to study. You know, think about some of the things Arizona did to us the last 2 times we played them, which were both in March, and things that maybe that worked for Arizona against us that Gonzaga may try. You know, at this point, look, I'm turning over every possible strategic thing we can to make sure we're prepared that they might try to do against us.
Obviously, they don't have Jalen Suggs. How different are they than that Final Four team?
Well, then they don't have Andrew Nembhard. He's in the NBA as well.
And Kispert, I guess.
Yeah. But, I mean, look, they had Chet Holmgren last year. So they don't have the rim protection that they had with Chet Holmgren last year. They're very, from a size standpoint, they're similar to the team that we played in the Final Four, 21, spring of 21. So they're similar to that from a size standpoint with Watson and Timme. You know, that's really, they played those two at Kispert were their 3 frontline guys in that game.
Coach, 3 straight Sweet 16s. What's different about this next step come tournament time?
I don't know if anything's different. Other than a couple years ago, we were in a bubble. You know, and it's nice not to have to go to Philadelphia. You know, nothing against the city of brotherly love, but it's a long way from LA. So, you know, it's nice to be in the West and have a short hop up to Vegas, and hopefully have a lot of Bruin fans there. But every team's different, you know, and obviously our team is much different than it was before Jalen Clark's injury, dealing with Adem Bona's injuries and David's injury. So you got to adjust and roll. No time to cry. There's always a way to win a game, so we got to make sure we're prepared to find a way to win, no matter who plays or doesn't play on Thursday. There's always a way to win, and you only got to win by 1.
The metrics at least say their defense might be a little bit more susceptible in recent years. What have you seen from them defensively?
Like I said, they don't have the rim protection.
Yeah.
With Chet, no Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
I changed them last year. Really bothered us when we played them last year.
Yeah.
But Watson, I don't know if he leads the league, but you know, Watson's a great steal guy. I think he might have more steals than Jalen Clark this season. I mean, he's up. I don't know what Jalen ended up with. Alex in charge of that stuff. I mean, he's up around, you know, close to 80 steals. Veteran guy for them. So, you know, I don't think they play any freshmen. They don't play any freshmen. Or we play 6. So, you know, the older you are, the better, the more you've been coached. So theoretically, you're in the right spot defensively more. But, you know, in their league, they play a lot of high-scoring games. Teams can't keep up with them. So it's, you've got to go back and watch their games against Michigan State, Purdue, Texas, teams like that. You know, Loyola, LMU beat them up there. Stan did a great job. They controlled the tempo. They won a game in the 60s. But So I don't know, Ben. I guess my answer is I don't really buy the metrics defensively with them because their numbers are so out of whack because of the league they play in my opinion.
What do you tell younger guys like Mac, Dem about the matchup with Timme? Being on the court with him for the first time.
Well, it's the hardest thing to do is prepare for a guy that puts the pressure on the officials every time he's in the little post. So you got to be able to defend without fouling, which is really hard the way he plays.
Coach, can you?
Yeah, you like that answer?
I did. Hook in the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate any more on David Singleton, his health?
Great guy. His health?
How he's doing?
Day to day. Day to day.
Vegas, are you hoping for a big turnout for fans?
Oh yeah, man, I hope so.
Yeah.
Look, our fan. I was really happy with Sacramento turning into a sea of blue and gold. That was awesome. It was really awesome. I was really, our players deserve it. It helped us. I think it definitely helped. So hopefully we'll see it again in Vegas.
Are your players getting more and more excited? And if they are, how do you kind of calm down everything and try to keep it on an even keel?
I don't know if we would try to calm it down. I think it's good that they're excited. I would hope that they're excited. They better be excited. I mean, if you're not excited, so I told them, you're not ready to play now. I mean, what did you come here for? What have we been doing this for? Since we started workouts back in July. It's all for hopefully the next 2 weeks. And everything, every teaching point is to try to get us to where we don't have breakdowns, miscues, and mistakes at this time of year. And that's what it's all for. So, yeah, I don't worry too much about media things. Guys too excited.
Does this team feel more united, better connected than previous teams that you have taken to the Sweet 16? Or?
No. We've had great, if we didn't get a chance my first year, we won 7 of our last 8. That team was on a roll. Our teams have really been united and together the last, towards the end of the season, my entire 4 years here.
Jalen Clark's going to said he would be at the game. What's it going to be like? Is he a good guy as far as like?
It's an advantage.
Yeah.
Because he's a very cerebral player. Getting him back around, because he's the guy that's going to be sitting there almost, like an injured player in baseball sitting in the dugout, really helping his teammates. And he's that cerebral on the things he can point out to his teammates. So really excited to have him back being around us. And it's just good for him. He deserves to take in the excitement, the environment, all that. But strategically, trust me, he's a really smart player. And he does a great job of talking to the younger guys.